Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, it's hard to ignore what's been happening with the Cleveland Browns lately, especially after that tough loss against the Baltimore Ravens. Let's be honest, it was a game that left fans scratching their heads, and many are already questioning everything about this team. The Browns, who entered the season with some hope, now find themselves at 0-2 after a disastrous 41-17 defeat on the road. And if you watched that game, you know exactly what I mean when I say the offense looked lifeless. It was like watching a team stuck in neutral, unable to get anything going. And that's a problem, especially when you consider the expectations for this team coming into the season. Cleveland, after all, has a roster filled with talent, with players who should be able to compete at a high level. Yet, what we saw on the field was a stark contrast to those expectations, and it's leaving many fans angry, frustrated, and questioning whether the coaching staff can turn things around. The offense, in particular, has been a major point of concern. Throughout the game against Baltimore, they looked out of sync, uninspired, and almost like they were running in circles. The play calling, which is supposed to be the team's strength, seemed absolutely baffling at times. Fans on social media have been vocal about this. Some are already calling for drastic changes, suggesting that Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, should be shown the door. It's not just about losing, it's about the way the team is losing. When your offense produces only 17 points in a game, and that performance is marked by poor decision-making, missed opportunities, and a lack of creativity, the pressure on the coaching staff mounts significantly. And let's talk about that play calling for a moment. It's been a recurring theme among Browns fans. Some believe that the offensive coordinator should be calling the plays instead of Stefanski himself, pointing out that perhaps new perspectives could help spark the offense. One of the most debated moments was the decision not to challenge a catch on the sideline involving Jeudy, a play that many fans thought could have been overturned, potentially leading to a different outcome. These kinds of decisions, the small tactical choices, they all add up and influence the perception of the coaching staff. And right now, that perception isn't good. Fans are calling for a change, arguing that the team needs fresh ideas, a new approach, and perhaps even a new leadership to reignite this roster. But it's not just the offensive struggles that are causing concern. The defense, which has been a bright spot in recent seasons, actually played well again in this game. They managed to keep Baltimore's offense somewhat in check, but it wasn't enough. The offense's inability to sustain drives, score points, and put pressure on the opposing defense is what's really hurting the Browns right now. It's a classic case where the team's overall performance is being sabotaged by a lack of offensive production. And with the way things are trending, there's a real possibility that changes could come sooner rather than later, especially if the offense continues to collapse. Now, fans are already speculating about what might happen if the situation doesn't improve. One hot topic is the quarterback position. Joe Flacco, who has been the veteran quarterback for Cleveland, might soon find himself benched in favor of rookie Dillon Gabriel or even Shedeur Sanders. The idea is that if Stefanski decides to give Gabriel a shot in Week 3 against the Green Bay Packers, it would be clear that the team's confidence in Flacco is waning. That move alone would send a strong message that the Browns are willing to shake things up, even if it means risking instability at the quarterback position early in the season. It's a bold move, but right now, Cleveland needs spark, and perhaps that's the only way to reignite this offense. And that's where the real concern lies. If the offense continues to spiral downward, with no signs of improvement, questions about Stefanski's future will intensify. Will he be fired during the season? Or will he be shown the door at the end of it? Fans are already expressing their impatience, many calling for a coaching change as the only way to salvage what's left of the season. Some believe that Cleveland needs to bring in a coach who can better utilize the weapons they have, players like Jeudy, the wideouts, and running backs, while also possibly restructuring the offensive staff to create a more dynamic, unpredictable attack. This season, for Browns fans, is shaping up to be a real test of patience and faith. The team's roster is talented enough to compete, but the execution on game day has been lackluster. The defense, which was once seen as a cornerstone, is not enough to carry the team alone. The offense needs a major overhaul, and fast. If not, the future might look very different for Kevin Stefanski and his coaching staff. Some fans are already saying that Cleveland might need to hit the market like a house that needs to be sold, looking for new leadership to turn the ship around. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially after recent seasons where the Browns showed promise, but right now, everything seems to be unraveling. And let's not forget, the AFC North is a brutal division, with teams like the Ravens, who just handed Cleveland a heavy defeat, and others like the Bengals and Steelers always lurking. Every game counts. A slow start like this can put the Browns in a deep hole early, making it even more urgent to find solutions quickly. The pressure on Stefanski is mounting, and if the offense doesn't start clicking, the questions about his future will only grow louder. Fans are already talking about possible replacements, and some are even suggesting a complete overhaul of the coaching staff if things don't improve soon. The season is still very young, but these early signs are alarming. Cleveland's front office will soon have to make some tough decisions. Will they stick with Stefanski and hope for a turnaround? Or will they pull the trigger and make a coaching change in hopes of sparking new life into the team? Meanwhile, players like Jurdy and the young quarterbacks are watching closely, knowing that their futures could depend on how this season unfolds. It's a pivotal moment, and for Browns fans, it's a roller coaster ride of hope, frustration, and anticipation. This situation also raises larger questions about the team's philosophy. Is Cleveland's management committed to giving Stefanski time to rebuild, or are they already considering a change to shake things up? The optimism from the offseason seems to be fading fast, replaced by concern and a sense of urgency. Fans are hoping that this is just a bump in the road, but the reality is that if the offense doesn't improve, the long-term outlook could be very different. The team's talent is undeniable, but execution and leadership are what make the difference between a good team and a championship contender. Looking ahead, all eyes will be on Cleveland's upcoming game against the Green Bay Packers. If Stefanski decides to go with Gabriel at quarterback, it will be a clear sign that the team is trying to adapt quickly, even if it means risking the stability they've built so far. That game could set the tone for the rest of the season and determine whether Cleveland can salvage something positive from this rocky start. Fans are eager to see if the coaching staff will make bold moves or stick to their guns, hoping that better days are ahead. To wrap this up, it's clear that the Cleveland Browns are at a crossroads. The pressure cooker is on, and the stakes are high. The fans, the players, and the entire organization are all feeling it. Will Kevin Stefanski be the coach to lead this team back to glory, or will the mounting frustrations force a change sooner than anyone expected? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Browns fans are passionate, they're loyal, and they're not willing to give up on their team. The season is just beginning, but the drama, the questions, and the hope for redemption are already at full tilt. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So as we look forward to the upcoming weeks, the big question remains: can Cleveland turn things around? Will they make bold decisions, perhaps even shake up the coaching staff or change the starting quarterback? Or will they stick with Stefanski, hoping that the team's talent and resilience will see them through? Browns fans, this season is shaping up to be one of the most intense and unpredictable in recent memory. The division is tough, the stakes are high, and every game counts. The road ahead will test the character of this team and the patience of its fans. One thing's for sure, the passion in Cleveland runs deep, and no matter what, the Browns will always have a fighting spirit. Keep your eyes on this story because the next chapter could be the most crucial yet. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Do you believe Kevin Stefanski can turn this around? Or do you think a coaching change is inevitable? Are you confident that the team will bounce back after these tough losses? Share your insights, predictions, and hopes because this is a community that thrives on passion and true fandom. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, analysis, and inside scoops on everything Cleveland Browns. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the faith alive. The season is long, and the Browns are a team with a lot of heart. Let's see how this story unfolds in the weeks ahead. Thanks for being with me, Browns fans. Stay strong, and as always, go Browns.